You know, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a few things that I need to say up front that will serve as the intro to this masterpiece. Now let me say regarding the rabbit hole, and many of you have sent me emails in regards to my intro video. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do, because you've seen the title of this video, and I got to take this to the hole. Tamron Hall is being summoned to the hole, and I'm going to produce that video in the rabbit hole. So those of you who are looking for my intro, you're going to get this Tamron Hall video instead, because I got to address this in the hole. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a part two to this video, but that's going to be next week. But the rabbit hole, you know what it is, the Tamron Hall in the hole, why she quit. You want it, send me an email. I'll send you the link. If you've already sent me an email requesting the intro video, don't worry, I'll send this out along with that intro, or instead of the intro video, rather. Now, many people have asked me regarding the Super Bowl. As you know, I've given my predictions every year, and every year I'm damn near right. This year, I'm not going to do a video on it. I'm going to sit back tomorrow. I'm going to sit at the cigar shop. There's a function. I'm going to smoke some cigars, watch the game, and talk some shit. But I'm going to give you who I believe is going to win. I'm not pulling for either team because, as you all know, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fanatic. Whether they go 3-13 or whether they go 13-3, that is my squad. But I believe that Atlanta, because of their defense, will win this game simply because of the fact that Atlanta will not sit back in a zone like Pittsburgh did and allow Tom Brady to pitch and catch. I told y'all in my prediction for that AFC title game that if Pittsburgh did not bring pressure on Brady, it was going to be a long day. And when you bring pressure on the quarterback, that means that you expose your corners to one-on-one coverage. And Pittsburgh sat back and tried to play a zone, the wrong defense. And I believe Atlanta has the corners whereby if they bring pressure on Brady, they have the corners that can go and lock up one-on-one. I believe Atlanta wins, and also because of the quarterback play. But these are the things that I had to get out the way. I got to explain this. I almost forgot. And many of you know this. You know I'm a horror film fanatic. And I've often given you my opinion on The Conjuring 2. And if you haven't seen it, you might want to see it after you view this video, because I went into my laboratory and I created some delectable, delicious, classic memes. And the only way that you're going to understand why I'm using these memes in this video is if you have seen The Conjuring 2. Now, if you haven't seen it, that's going to fly over your head. You're not going to understand that concept. You're going to just think it's me trying to be funny. But if you've seen the movie, you know that there's a method to the madness. Those memes are going to come later in the video. And I have to explain those simply because of the fact that as a horror film fanatic, you know, I'm not all in love with Conjuring 2, but I will say this. That nun in Conjuring 2, that's some creepy shit. That was some creepy shit. But as far as the love story in Conjuring 2, I don't want love stories infused into my horror films. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like Conjuring 2. But the nun, that was creepy. And as a horror film fanatic, I decided to incorporate that into this video. And if you've seen it, you know why. Because you know what that nun was after. And I'm not going to tell you because, again, you might want to go check the movie out, and then all of this will connect. You got to get all of that out the way. All of that perfunctory has been dealt with. let's get into the reason why y'all's one Tamron Hall decided to take her sexy ass off of the network and say, I'm going to quit. Because again, listen, I'm fair and balanced. And I've said this consistently. I'm not blind, I'm a man. Now, when the man looks at Tamron Hall, oh, she's fine. I mean, ain't no question about that. Can't take that from the woman. The woman is sharp. Oh, she's sharp. That's the man in me. That's a man looking at a female because, hey, look, I don't know about the rest of you brothers, but I'm attracted to the opposite sex. And you know I'm attracted to one who looks nice in skirts and heels. I make this very clear. So I'm going to check out Tamron Hall when she has on a nice pencil skirt and heels. Now, that's the man in me. The social critic in me is going to look at her and call her what she is. She's a goddamn buffoon. That's what she is. And at the end of the video, you'll understand why I'm saying it. I've said it in other videos, but I'm going to say it one more again. Because everybody's talking about how she just up and quit. And everybody's talking about why she quit. And I'm going to tell you in this video why one Tamron Hall, and let me say this before I get into that, because I know a lot of y'all was looking for my Greek video. I'm going to push that back because I want to deal with this subject here. So all that perfunctory is dealt with. But now Tamron Hall, as I'm putting on my social critic hat now, the Tamron Hall is a buck dancing, bow jangling, step and fetch it minstrel. That's what she is. As fine of a minstrel as there is, but a minstrel nonetheless. And she all of a sudden decided, I'm going to quit. And this took everybody by surprise. People are wondering, wow, this is a big deal. Because you got to keep in mind now, she left millions of dollars on the table. It ain't like they weren't really to pay her. They wanted to keep her. So they offered her money. She left it on the table. She said, to hell with that. Left all of these millions of dollars on the table and up and quit. Why? Why she quit? Why? That's the $64 million question. And again, the answer resides. And if you follow my rabbit hole, I've done videos on this. I've given y'all a rabbit hole, a warning to white women. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the links, because it was a trilogy. I'm going to leave the links to that trilogy in the comment thread for those of y'all who haven't seen that masterful, delectable, delicious series. A warning to white women. I told y'all. Tried to warn y'all. And I tapped white women on the shoulder. Tap, 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 tap. And I whispered in the ear, listen, I don't know if you understand this or not. I don't know if it resonates with you or not, or if you're blinded by this black female's behavior and her show of pretending like she likes you. But at the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, this black woman don't like your white ass. Oh, no, she don't. Oh, no, she don't. And I told white women is tap, 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 tap. Hey, white woman, don't befriend her. I'm telling you right now, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And you're going to look to me and say, God damn it, he tried to warn me and I didn't listen. You're going to be in the same predicament that these Negroes are in every time this black female turns her ass up for them to kiss it. Now, some of them will. You know, that's a subject for another video. You know, we may have to deal with that in the whole. But when she turns her behind up for you to kiss it, and you thought y'all were friends, you thought y'all were cool, you thought y'all were buddies, co-workers, y'all sit there at lunchtime in the summer, you're out there and you're sitting on the bench and y'all's having lunch and you telling her all the stories about your husband. I told you, white women, listen, don't bring that woman around your husband. Don't bring that woman around your boyfriend. I tried to warn y'all. And the reason why I say this is, again, if you've seen the warning to white women, you know why. in the Warning to White Women, which I'm going to leave the link to that trilogy in the box. If you've seen that video, those videos, then what you've seen is an endless array of novels that have been written by black women. And they're bragging about being the mistress of a white man. So now let's just look at it and just, look at it for what it is. Because by the definition, we have to conclude, obviously, that this white man is married. Or if he wasn't, she wouldn't be his mistress. She wouldn't be his side piece. She wouldn't be his second option. She wouldn't be his booty call. If he had a number one, and that number one, the majority of the times, is a white female. And again, go look at the videos. I showed y'all the books where their titles: The White Man's Mistress, Cheating with the Billionaire, The Boss's Baby. I showed that to y'all in the rabbit hole. In 3 masterful, delectable videos, I showed y'all book after book after book after book after book. All of the books telling you that this black woman does not have a problem with cheating with this white man, even though she knows he is married to your white ass. She don't have no problem with that. Oh, she will cheat with him, so much so that she will write a book about it. Cheating with the boss, The Rich Man's Baby, The Boss's Mistress. Go look at the videos. Don't take my words on nothing. Just go look. Just after this video, go look at the trilogy on A Warning to White Women. And look at those videos. Look at those books that I showed you. So now what we have to conclude? We have to conclude that since the black woman does not have a problem with cheating with this white man, even though he has you, white woman, as his wife or girlfriend, even though she doesn't have a problem cheating with him, then that means that she has little respect for you. Oh, yes, it does. It means she has little respect for his marriage. She has little respect for his relationship with you. And the reason why she has little respect for his relationship with you is because she has little respect for you. Come on now. This ain't rocket science, folks. It's really not. Because if she respected you, let me put it this way. If a sister, let me divulge one of my fantasies. This is what y'all seem to believe, that I have an infatuation with these sisters. That's why I'm so hard on them. So let me just feed into that and do a fantasy of mine. I'm being sarcastic. Some of y'all go missed it. And let's say one of my friends who I respect, but boy, I like him. This is my dude. I respect him. I hang out with him, smoke cigars with him. Let's say his wife made a pass at me. His wife, black woman, wanted to get with me. Now, out of respect for him, I have to turn her down. Even if my lower half don't want to. My intellect and my brain, which should supersede my lower half, it don't with a lot of y'all, but that's a subject for another video, should tell me, listen, I can't do that with you because I respect him. So I'm not going to approach. We can't do this. I have too much respect for this dude to engage in that behavior with you. I can't do that. Now, if I don't have no respect for that dude, if he means nothing to me, if he's a buck dancing, bojangling, step and fetch a Negro that I really don't have no respect for, get that ass in the air. That is it. If I'm attracted to her and the Steelers aren't on TV and I'm in the mood. Because as I told y'all, if the Steelers are on and I'm not in the mood, she can be in front of me butt ass naked. I'll tell her get the hell out the way. But now if I don't have respect for him and she comes at me and she has on a skirt and heels, just pull it up. And like I told y'all, you see my Diana Ross video, so y'all know what comes next. I'm not going to say that here, but many of y'all seen that video. Y'all know what it is. That's if I respected him. If I don't have respect for him, yes, I will do that. But if I respect him, no, I can't do that. Out of respect for that man. So by the sister being willing to cheat with this white man, knowing that he has a wife, he has a girlfriend, it doesn't matter to her, we have to conclude there is no respect for you, white woman. She don't care nothing about you. This is what I tried to warn you. I tried to tell y'all this. And I know some of y'all sitting back and y'all wonder, what that got to do with why Tamron Hall quit? Some of y'all got it. Some of y'all got it. Some of y'all ain't get it. Some of y'all going to have to stay after class, and I'm going to have to spend some time breaking it down a little bit more. That's why I'm going to go to the hole. That's why I told y'all I got to take it to the hole, because y'all know in the hole, you know how we do it. But in the whole, I will, explain it to you a little bit more. But it has everything to do with Tamron Hall, especially now, if they didn't want to pay Tamron Hall, then she would have an excuse. Because then people can come back and say, you know what? They disrespected you. You obviously you like the job. I mean, we know she likes the job. I mean, and again, to be fair, if that's what you're looking for, she's good at it. And again, the man in me now, she certainly looks good doing it. I mean, it is what it is with that skirt and them heels and that tight haircut. But that's the man in me I got on the Social Critic Act. So we know she likes doing this shit. And she left millions of dollars on the table. They wanted her. Tamron, don't leave. We're willing to pay you. We're going to give you a contract extension. We're going to give you more money. And she said, hell no. Why? Because again, now, if they said, listen, we going to cut your pay, then she would have an excuse to say, I'm out of here. But for them to tell her, listen, we going to pay you more, and she still leaves that money on the table, you have to ask yourself the question, what's up with that? What's up with that? And the fact of the matter is, and a lot of y'all got this, the fact of the matter is what I told y'all. This black female don't like you, white woman. She really don't. She does not like your white ass. And Tamron Hall is not about to stay anywhere where she has competition being the apple of that white man's eye. Fuck that. I'll leave that money on the table. I'm out of here. And bringing in Megyn Kelly is competition. And she knows this is competition. Not only does she know that Megyn Kelly, we talking about physically, she's competition for what the white man wants. Now, because here's what a lot of black women don't want to accept. It's like running a play in football. When a quarterback takes the snap, and if it's a pass play, he has his first, second, and third option. If he looks to his first option and he's in double coverage, he's going to have to go to his second option. If his second option is not open, he's going to have to go to his third option. If all of them are covered, because now that means that you're going to get a coverage sack. So now what you don't have to do is throw the ball away, or you're going to have to run. What am I saying? Black woman, for the white man, you are not his first option. You're just not. Now, I know y'all believe that bullshit, but you're not. You are not his first option. His first option is his white woman. Now, if she's covered, then, hey, what the fuck ever. Look to my second option. And actually, to be fair, that still ain't you, sister. We could put in the Asian woman. See, you the third option, and if not the third option, you're actually what the quarterback would do. He'll just dump it off to the running back. Get what you can get. If you can get a yard, cool. That's better than me throwing the ball away or me taking a sack. That's what you are, black woman. But y'all don't understand that because y'all believe the hype and you think, I'm the first option. No, sister, no. I hate to tell you this, you not. You not his first. Now, you might be the first option for these bojangling, buck dancing, stepping, fetching ass Negroes who haven't figured out yet who and what you are. You're his first option. Talking about he gonna wife you. That's my wifey. That's my boo. I'm gonna put a ring on it. You a fool. Because you're her first option and you're most certainly not her first option. Now, that's just where that go. But y'all ain't figured that shit out yet. But black woman, you are not this white man's first option. You're just not. And not being the first option means that the one who is going to get the attention first. Now, the third option in the play can't come back to the huddle and holler at the quarterback, hey, man, why'd you throw me the ball? Hey, nigga, you the third option. My first option was open, I threw him the ball. My second option was open, I threw him the ball. When all that fails, then I'll give it to you. But you're the third option, guy. You got to know your role. Just like The Rock said, know your role and shut your mouth. And that's what they tell this black woman. Look, you ain't the first option. You're the third option, if that. We'll throw you the ball after the first and second option is covered. And not to take a sack, not to throw the ball away. I'll dump it off to your big butt ass. But you're not first. So that means you're not going to get the attention. You're not getting that attention, sister. You're just not. It's not happening. The defense ain't going to pay you that much attention. I ain't going to cover you. But you're not the first option, so we have to cover the guy who's the biggest threat. We got to get him. And then we take our chances on the third option because we know he's liable to drop the ball. If he catches, he's liable to run the wrong way. He's liable to fumble the ball. So we ain't going to really too much. We're going to cover him, but we're not. What we're concerned with is that first and second option. Or if it's a running quarterback, him tucking the ball and running. We're not interested in that third option that much. And sister, that's you. You haven't figured this shit out yet. Tamron Hall has. That's the reason why she quit. That's the reason why she quit with all of the millions left on that table. Because at the end of the day, and listen, I know a lot of y'all going to disagree with this, but all you have to do is put it within the confines of black women. If you don't know black women, you ain't going to get this. If you know black women, you know ain't no sister turning down no money. She ain't turning down no money. Fuck that shit. We know that ain't happening. And Tamron Hall left millions of dollars on the table because she cannot stand this white woman that they're bringing in. And I know once they bring this white woman in, who is the first option, I'm not going to get any attention. I'm going to be bumped down even lower on the pecking order. And far as this white man's attention, fuck that shit. I'm out. That's why she quit. I know a lot of y'all don't agree with this. I know you don't. Because a lot of y'all have not bought into the concept that this black woman worships this white man. I've been telling y'all this. I've been proving this to y'all. I've been showing it to you. And if you've seen The Conjuring 2, you know exactly why I created those delectable classic memes that I did. You figured it out. A lot of y'all caught that. Some of y'all haven't. You have to go back and look at that movie. And then once you understand, because I'm not going to tell you the ending or what the movie is about. If you haven't seen it, go check it out for yourself. But once you understand what that nun wanted, because that was the creepiest part of the movie. Now, as a horror film fanatic, that was some creepy shit. But once you understand what that nun was after, you understand why I used it in this video. And you'll be able to connect those dots. It'll all make sense to you. Because as I have been telling y'all in many of these classic, delectable, delicious videos, this black female worships this white man. Yes, she do. She does. And it's proven one more again with Tamron Hall up and quitting out of the blue. And this is a job she loves. And how can I say she loves it? Is because whenever they asked her to fill in, she ain't had no problem doing it. She ain't had no problem filling in for anybody who was out sick, on vacation, whatever. She would fill right in. So we know she likes doing the shit. So it's not like she's quitting a job that she, really didn't care about and, half-heartedly done it. No, she's quitting a job that she loves to do. And if that's where you're at, she's quitting a job that she's good at doing. Now, the man in me, she's quitting a job that she looks good doing. But now, as the critic comes into play, I have to analyze it from the fact that she's quitting a job, leaving all this money on the table, and the reason why she's doing that is because she refuses to be competition. It really ain't gonna be no competition. It's really not. Not when you're the third option. Not when you're the third option. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, using the analogy of the quarterback in the pass play, he goes through his progressions. And going through his progressions, that's the reason why they always talking about a quarterback staring down a receiver. Because if the quarterback is going to throw the ball to his first option, he can't let the defense know that. So he can't stare at him. So he has to stare at the third option maybe. And then at the last second, throw the ball to the first option. So the black woman going to get a little bit of attention only because the quarterback just can't be caught staring at that first option. Because if he stares at that first option and he throws the ball, that defensive back, if he has any skills, is going to jump that route. He's going to intercept that ball and go the other way with it. So the quarterback has to play a cat and mouse game. And he has to look away like he's not going to throw it over here. But then at the last second, throw it there. So the black woman, by default, she's going to get a little bit of attention from the white man. Don't worry. He's going to look at you. He's going to compliment you. He's going to give you some attention because he can't let everybody know he's after that first option. Some of y'all go miss this shit. I know that because some of y'all just ain't that smart. Some of y'all got it. That's the reason why I told y'all what I'm going to do, because I'm a fair and balanced guy. I'm going to take this shit to the hole. I'm going to do a video in the hole. You want the Tamron Hall. And y'all know that means it's unedited. That means it's unscripted. Whatever is said is said. You know how we do it in the hole. And then I'm going to come back next week because I ain't done yet. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. I don't really know what angle I'm going to take yet. I got to go back to my lab and maybe create some more of my delectable, classic, irrefutable, delicious memes. But that's going to be loaded on Tuesday. Now, again, those of you who asked for the intro to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, I'm going to send the Tamron Hall video out instead of that. And then stay tuned. We got a lot in the hole we have to cover.